Welcome back to Olympus Critics. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like for the algorithm that does the channel grow. So we got some rumors about what possible game that Zach Cregger may be adapting to live action. And shout out to Citizen Void 1875 for commenting about that, because I didn't know which game that he would probably tap into, but you let me know it's possibly going to be Resident Evil 0, which is rumored to get a remake game, which I think is a good idea, because I completely forgot about that game, to be honest with you. I did not like the gameplay. Even when I was a kid, I could not stand that gameplay at all. You had to play as two characters at the same time with that engine. I could not stand it. But if they're gonna remake that, I think that's a good idea. I think that can be a beast of a game for what it did have. Even though I did not like the game, you fight a lot of monsters on that game. You know, the tyrant, the big behind bat, the scorpion, the hunters, you know, Queen Leech. Yeah, I think, you know, he could make a pretty good movie out of that. I would have recommended him do a smaller setting, because I don't think that will be a smaller setting. I could be wrong because of the monsters that they're gonna have to put in that, and then it's in the Accolade Mountains. You got the train, you got the facility and all that. Maybe, you know, he's coming off Barbarian, which was, I am shocked. I knew it was a small setting film, but I was shocked that that budget was $4 million budget. You know, he made some money for the studio, $45 million. That's a win. That's a winning formula right there for a $4 million budget film, and he made 45 million. So yeah, so there'll be have to spend a little bit more money. It ain't gonna be too much. I was thinking maybe Ethan Winter's story. I thought that would have been a pretty small setting film, because he's only going toe to toe with those family members in that house. You know, he's trying to get the Mia. You know, you can throw in Chris Redfield in that. I don't think that they need a big budget for that film if they did Ethan Winters. That's why I was saying that in the first video. But I like the decision if it is Resident Evil 0. You know, Rebecca Chambers, and I forgot the one character's name who was arrested, Billy Cohen. Yeah, Billy Cohen. You can have him in there. You gotta have Wesker. You gotta have William Barkin in that as well. But yes, please have Wesker. No race swapping. I mean that. No race swapping Wesker. Put him as a white Caucasian. Yes. Because I had some people, you know, who had a problem with me saying that with the race swapping. No race swapping. Please don't do it. We don't want it. We don't want it over here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And another thing is, like, if Zach Cregger is the guy, is it, like I said, is he a fan of it? I hope so, because like I made a video about that Mortal Kombat 2 movie early last year about the test screenings didn't sound too good. This is why you need people that invested into the source material and the lore, like Jonathan Nolan is for the Fallout series. Why that did so incredibly well. I know some people say he didn't follow it to a T, but it was enough to satisfy people for what they got. Because I'm not a big Fallout person, but I heard some people say they were satisfied with the story he gave. He did put a lot of the source material in there, even though he didn't follow it to a T. But you need people like that. That's gonna bring a good adaptation from a game to live action. You know, a lot of people loved what Jonathan Nolan did. If Zach Cregger is that guy, this will be a home run. Now, another obstacle: did the Mila Jovovich movies take the excitement away from Resident Evil? And then you got to throw that Raccoon City on top of that. How bad that movie was. Will this movie succeed? Now, if it's a low budget film, like I'm talking about with the Ethan Winters or something like that, then he could probably get away with it. But if they about to spend a lot of dough on this movie, if they're gonna do Resident Evil 0, I'm assuming that it's gonna probably be around the 40 to 50 million dollar range, maybe, because of the monsters they have to fight on there. We just don't know. We don't know for certain if that's gonna be the pick. But if the hype is still there for Resident Evil, if Mila Jovovich movies did not kill it, I think it'll be good. I only say that because you got like the Transformers. Michael Bay, he just destroyed the hype around it. And Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast suffered for it. It suffered. But if he does a good, if he puts out a good film, whatever he decides to do, we don't know for certain if it's going to be Resident Evil Zero. You know, it'll be a home run hit for it, and we'll probably can dive into more characters who need more screen time. Even though I do want to see Leon and Chris Redfield get their own movies. Jill as well. You can build a Resident Evil cinematic universe with these key characters that we long beloved for years. But if you want to start with Rebecca Chambers and Billy Cohen, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that because they were a part of a game. Don't make no original characters. The main leads. Give us the characters and give us a good story. But post comments, let me know what you guys think about this news. Do you think he's going to do Resident Evil Zero? What game would you like to be adapted to live action? I know I would love for him to just tap into Ethan Winters. I think that would be a simple job for him to do. Small budget. It wouldn't hurt anybody. But let me know what you guys think. I'll get you guys later.